Welcome to the weekend review for December 15th. We'll be looking at NQ, ES, GC futures, and all the things I look at as I prepare to trade the week ahead. My TLDR for this review: last week was split. NQ flushed to a new monthly low, ES chopped then sold off Friday, while RTY and YM printed fresh all-time highs, and GC stayed the standout near highs as VIX started waking up. The DXY, dollar looking lower, and TNX, treasury note yields, coiled. Next week is a decision point. Options flow still leans bullish, so an early reclaim could fuel a Santa rally bounce, but if VIX keeps rising and dollar and treasury notes break higher, risk off could follow and ES/NQ may lead lower. As always, I am open to both sides. Now let's see how everything shaked out this week. Let's dive into the high-level price review of top indices. Dollar NQ Nasdaq took a big dip while making a new monthly low. Dollar ES S&P as sideways with a nice sell-off on Friday. Dollar RTY and dollar YM made fresh all-time highs. Dollar GC gold took a shot at new all-time highs and looks really strong. If RTY and YM start to sell off, I wonder if ES and NQ would lead us down. I also wonder what will happen if gold makes a new high before NQ does. Looking at VIX, we've been in a cooling zone for a while, but it's starting to spike up. With the US and Venezuela conflict heating up, I'll be watching if VIX starts to steadily increase on Monday. Point. The dollar DXY had some nice swing highs and low the last couple of weeks, making its way higher, but rejected at its July high. So I'll be watching if we want to continue lower. Treasury note yields, TNX. Looks to be coiling around November 2022 highs. Looks like a coin flip to me. I'll be watching how NQ, ES, GC move as dollar and note yields find direction as we close the year. I still think a Santa rally is within play, and indices bulls are just getting better prices to push up from. Now let's dive the top four QQQ 5NQ tickers. Dollar APPL, Apple looks really strong, made new highs and had a nice pullback. Dollar MSFT, Microsoft looks bearish off that double top, trying to turn green, but let's see. Dollar AMZN, Amazon looks bearish after come off earnings gap, trying to go green. Dollar GOOG, Google is grinding down off all-time highs, but looks strong. Dollar META-META with a nice spike Friday as it broke the bearish trend. Dollar NVDA, Nvidia not able to break bearish trend. Is there more downside ahead? Dollar TSLA, Tesla wants to test November highs. I wonder if we keep going up next week. Dollar QQQ had the big dip, but volume is still bullish. Overall, these tickers look a bit mixed, so I don't see a clear direction on NQ yet, but there is room for more correction. However, seeing such strength in the biggest names makes me think it won't come this year. Diving into the top SPYES tickers. Dollar AVGO-Broadcom with the post-earnings gap down. Let's see how it plays out the rest of the year. Dollar BRK, Berkshire, in an uptrend from August, but looking bearish now. JPM, JP Morgan is testing all-time highs, looks strong. Dollar LLY, Eli Lilly is still coming down after post-earning high. Price is currently at support. Visa looks with a strong spike after grinding down. Can we clear the range? Dollar NFLX, Netflix is just bearish. Earnings next month. Dollar Cost, Costco looks bearish, but price is at support. Let's see how it holds up. Dollar SPY, the sell-off that sweeps support. Volume still bullish though. Overall, only Netflix looks really weak, and there is a lot of nearby support levels for all the names here, which makes me think a SPY sell-off at the end the year is less likely. Okay, quick review of gold-related tickers. Dollar GLD, Dollar GC. $10 tips. Treasury inflation protection, gapped down bearish, supporting rise in gold. DXY, dollar, weakening, but may find support. DBC, broad commodities market rising with gold. Dollar BTC-Bitcoin, finding support after sell-off, trying to bounce. Dollar GLD, Dollar GC gold, testing new all-time highs, strong volume. Overall, everything seems like we'll continue to support the rise in gold. Let's see if Dollar BTC Bitcoin can come back to life and help push gold to new highs. Now let's dive into the last 5 days of 1-minute price action on NQ, ES, GC. Nasdaq futures. NQ trying for highs, failed multiple times, and closing near the lows. I'll be watching 25,100S, 25,325S, 25,420S, 25,500S, the triple top at 25,860 seconds. It's far away, but expecting that to be a fun area if we make it back. If we want to keep going down, 25,500 S seems like a good psych level, along with previous quarter high and open. S&P futures. ES did make a new high, but ended up just sweeping it into that sell-off. Price does not look extended down, although we break through the consolidation and make a new low, price is trying to rebound. Last week's low was swept, but price spent less than 30 minutes in the area. We'll be watching 6,810s, 6,8610s, 6,900s. 6,750 seconds could be a target if we continue to sell off. Gold futures. GC had a slow start to the week, but broke through resistance and just climbed with a nice gap. Gave some back, but still held up strong. Point. We'll be watching 4,286s, 4254s, 4387s, 4240s. 4,200 seconds is a nice line in the sand for a sell-off. Options flow insights. These insights are from Spot Gamma's HIRO indicator. I found this to be the best so far for how I trade. The bright yellow shows net zero DTE flow, while the dim yellow shows longer dated net flow. NDX is for NQ, SPX is for ES, and GLD is a proxy for GC point. Okay, let's jump into NQ/NDX. Net flow was bullish until Wednesday, then on Friday the flow was still holding up even as price fell. The longer dated options flow ND0 bullish compared to price. Now for S&P ES. $37 ES net flow really was pushing higher Tuesday and Wednesday, but Thursday flow signaled downside. However, Friday 0DTE flow was bullish into the afternoon, while longer dated peaked in the morning and started to turn. For GC Gold, GLD is our proxy. $GC/$GLD flow is relative flat on short dated, but longer dated was bullish into Thursday. Friday ended bearish with a small rebound. Overall, net options flow for open contracts going into next week has a bullish tilt even with the sell-off in price. Okay, let's dive into the SPX Gamma heat map on Friday. These insights are from Spot Gamma's trace indicator. This is great for seeing how Gamma, expectations for market makers to hedge, changes throughout the day. The chart below shows what everything looked like on SPX at the end of Friday. On the left is the positive and negative Gamma size by strike price. The skinny lines represent strikes where the contract is now closed, i.e. 0 DTE trades. There are two strike prices worth paying attention to for next week. 70,000 has open positive Gamma, which means price may slow down if we get there. 6,800 has open negative Gamma, which means price spikes or flushes could volatile. Point. These seem like good levels to watch on ES next week. All right, let's wrap things up with the top events I'm paying attention to for next week, along with AI sentiment using OpenAI and Grok. On the calendar. Monday, December 15th, seems relative quiet with some Fed speakers. Tuesday, December 16th, busy day. NFP, unemployment, PMI flash, so this will be fun to trade. Wednesday, December 17th, MU, Micron technology earnings, FED speakers, bond yields, oil inventory, could provide good movement. Thursday, December 18th, NVIDIA conference, FedEx and Nike earnings, your CPI, jobless claims, should be good for price action. Friday, December 19th, your PCE price index, consumer spend, home sales, University of Michigan sentiment. Nice way to end the week. AI sentiment and outlook, NQ, neutral to slightly bearish with bearish tilt into next week. AI valuation fears and mixed earnings, e.g. Oracle, Broadcom, pressure tech semis, choppy PA with shorts dominant, range 25,568 to 25,650. $ES, neutral/cautious, consolidation near highs with value rotation and CTA buying support. Broader market sees uneven participation, macro data/Fed key, resilient versus NQ tech drag. $GC, bullish rebound. Rate cut bets and hedge demand drive gains post-correction, strong at $4,360 plus amid equity cracks and uncertainty. Surges 2.37% on Fed/USD dip. My final 2 cents. Looking at price and option flow, things look bullish and poised for a Santa rally. Maybe that is what big money wants us to think, and perhaps we go lower, proving the bear majority right? Or are bulls the majority now? As always, I am open to both sides, but do have a bullish tilt into Monday. Let's see how things look when we open. Thanks for watching.